Extraordinary faith, the thief on the cross. Then he said to Jesus, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Luke 23:42. This man had extraordinary faith. The centurion was great in his faith, but I believe this man was even greater. Here's a dying man asking another dying man, Jesus Christ, to remember him in the next life. He asked the Lord indirectly for salvation. This man wanted God's favor when the Lord would come into his kingdom. Think about it. The criminal on the cross might have heard or even seen Jesus' miracles. Maybe not. Most likely he knew something about Jesus. But there on the cross, this common criminal, a Jew, recognized something about Jesus that was different. He knew that Jesus was an innocent man. The word says that the other criminal blasphemed him, saying, "If you are the Christ, save yourself and us." Luke 23:39. But the other, answering, rebuked him, saying, "Do you not even fear God, seeing you are under the same condemnation? And we, indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong." Luke 23 verses 40 and 41. The centurion was a believer. The thief on the cross, asking Jesus to remember him, was a dying sinner not yet saved, but believed Jesus was God. He would soon cross over to the other side with the Lord of glory, saved, living eternally in heaven. This is extraordinary faith. This man feared God. The other criminal did not. You may say, but this dying man had nothing to lose by asking Jesus to remember him. He had everything to lose by not asking Jesus to remember him. The fact is, he did, trusting that this dying man Jesus was the Son of God. He asked, he believed, and crossed over with the living God. Extraordinary faith. One dying man relying on another. He had lived a life of disobedience, but God saved him in the end. God is merciful. It does not have to be that way, but it happens with some people accepting the Lord at the end of their lives. God wants his people to have extraordinary faith. We should all be moving in that direction. Some have that extraordinary faith from the day they are saved. Most, I believe, go through a faith-building process as they mature in the Lord, as they grow in their relationship with Jesus Christ and move through this life. God does great things with his people. He wants to use you more every day for his kingdom. Jesus said we only need a little faith to move mountains. Matthew 17:20. The key here is Jesus, the object of our faith, whether our faith is little or great. Both accomplish the incredible because our faith is in the living God to move those mountains for us. It starts there. Little faith brings big things. Greater faith brings even greater things because we are even more deeply connected to God, believing he is able to do anything. We live in that expectation. The centurion did. The thief on the cross surely did. Go from mustard to double coconut seed type faith. Ask the Lord to increase your faith. Start small, ever believing, always growing, and believing God to save the lost, heal the sick, raise the dead, and move mountains of desperate situations today. Remember the thief on the cross. Amazing, extraordinary faith. God bless you, my friend. Go out there today and believe God to use you. Make a huge difference for him in this dying world. And Jesus said to him, "Assuredly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." Luke 23:43.